The son of an elderly couple found shot to death inside their Eureka Springs home has now died by suicide in an Oklahoma jail. Investigators say his death comes just days after he was arrested as the suspect in that double homicide. 5 News reporter Lauren Spencer joining us now. And Lauren, what comes next now with this?
Yeah, Sheriff Daniel Klatt tells me this case moved very fast, crossing multiple state lines and involving more than a dozen agencies and making an arrest within about 12 hours. But even with the suspect now dead, investigators say the work isn't over. It started with a welfare check on November 14th. Family members from out of state asking deputies to check on 77-year-old Joy Wilmoth and 71-year-old Robert Wilmoth.
They were able to find an open door, an unlocked door, and they unfortunately found the 2 victims.
The Wilmoth's son, 56-year-old Travis McConnell, lived at home but was nowhere to be found. Robert Wilmoth's truck was also missing, and soon deputies say they learned McConnell was already a suspect a state away.
When we started sending out bolos for the vehicle and for him, an officer from a Missouri agency got a hold of us and said, hey, we had an incident involving him 2 nights ago.
That incident, an assault where McConnell allegedly rammed a woman with a truck and opened fire, telling her he'd killed people in Arkansas.
We were able to take that information and use some investigative techniques to track his movements from the time of when we suspect potentially that the murder happened and then to the incident that happened in Missouri. Through that, we were able to determine that he was somewhere in Oklahoma.
McConnell was found the same day, arrested in Pittsburg County, Oklahoma, and driving his father's truck. And just days later, authorities say he was found dead in his jail cell, reportedly by suicide.
It's my understanding he was in a single-person cell and he hung himself.
Still, Sheriff Klatt says the case is not closed.
We will continue the investigation to prove that this individual was the one responsible for those deaths.
He says this case shows how quickly agencies can locate suspects when they work together.
In 12 hours, we had the scene processed, the individual in custody.
The sheriff says investigators are still reviewing evidence, including firearms found in that truck, and working to officially confirm McConnell acted alone. He says the goal now is closure for the Wilmoth family. Lauren Spencer, 5 News.
All right, Lauren, thanks. All new tonight, an off-duty deputy from McDonald County, Missouri was injured in a shootout at his home. Sheriff's office releasing a statement to us tonight saying the deputy exchanged gunfire with a man accused of vehicle theft in Powell, Missouri. It happened around noon yesterday. Investigators say the off-duty deputy discovered an unknown vehicle parked in his driveway. When the driver approached, the deputy announced himself as a member of the sheriff's office. Then the driver opened fire. The deputy shot back, hit the driver, who is now in critical condition. Deputy was treated at a nearby hospital and later released. Now the suspect remains in critical condition tonight. Also developing today, an arrest warrant issued for a Conway doctor accused of rape. 65-year-old Guy Peoples is accused of sexual assault stemming from an incident that happened last week. Peoples is considered a flight risk, and those with information on his whereabouts can contact the U.S. Marshal's office. Peoples worked for the Baptist Health Hospital there in Conway, but the hospital says he was terminated after the warrant was issued. We are following updates after a cybersecurity incident that happened over the summer in Fort Smith. Fort Smith District says its investigation by cybersecurity experts, they believe an unauthorized party accessed the students' information. We spoke with district officials today about what they're doing to safeguard the personal information of students and families.
So as part of this, what we have done is we have reviewed our internal processes and rebuilt systems with additional security measures added to prevent this from happening in the future.
The district has directly contacted those with personal information who was accessed and will offer complimentary identity theft protection services for 1 year. A longtime Fayetteville company planning a major expansion, and it could mean more than 100 new jobs. Packaging Specialties is adding about 60,000 square feet of space after buying the building right behind it. The company says the $24 million project will roll out over the next 5 years. City leaders expect it to create a ripple effect of new opportunities.
But housing is also jobs, because if we don't have high-paying, solid employment for people, it's going to make the housing situation that much more dire.
Company says it's expected to add more than 100 positions as the expansion continues. No timeline yet for when that new space will officially open. 2 Pulitzer Prize winners from Northwest Arkansas came back home today for a public conversation about their award-winning work. Ziva Brandstetter and Kathleen Duvall are both from Fayetteville, celebrating their achievements today at the U of A campus. Both also had parents that taught at the university's Fulbright College, something the college's dean says helped shape the voices and values that led to their award-winning careers.
Growing up in this place launches you, how growing up with faculty committed to the principles and the priorities and the vision of Fulbright College launches you as incredible storytellers and people who influence the world.
Brandstetter, who is CEO of Tulsa Flyer, earned her Pulitzer Prize for public service for leading ProPublica's investigation into the life of a mother. Duvall is a professor at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. She won hers for the book Native Nations, a Millennium in North America. Both were raised in Fayetteville. It was a big day for a 5-year-old in Fayetteville who had his wish granted today. The Make-A-Wish celebration happened today at Adventure Subaru for 5-year-old Keaton. With his family and friends and loved ones in there, Keaton learned that he'll be taking an all-expense-paid trip to Walt Disney World with his family.
We really didn't know what we were going to expect, for sure. We had to tell them that we were going to the car lot, and they thought Mama was buying another car. So. They seen all these people. He was definitely surprised, for sure.
Adventure Subaru also decorated cars with Keaton's favorite characters, transforming the space into a scene right out of Disney World. Samaritan's Purse annual Operation Christmas Child program is now underway. Every year they gather boxes filled with gifts to send to children around the world. The boxes are filled with toys, school supplies, and other household items. They'll be packed up and shipped to children in need across the globe, many of whom have never gotten a Christmas gift before. Last year, families packed more than 24,000 boxes. This year, they're aiming to top 25,000.
And so we're excited. We're anxious to see how it's going to change lives, because every year it's doing that. I've seen everything that could really help a child in each one of these shoe boxes. And really, the imagination's there. You just begin to pick and think about this child that you're going to pack that shoebox for. It will make a difference.
If you'd like to donate, there are drop-off locations across Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. They include Phillips Chapel Church in Springdale, the First Baptist Church in Gentry, Bella Vista Baptist Church, and Fayetteville's Ridgeview Baptist Church. Here are some of the River Valley locations you can drop off: Central Christian Church in Fort Smith, First Baptist Church in Ozark, Parkview Baptist in Boonville, Southside Baptist in Poto. You can find all the details on our website at 5newsonline.com. Looking ahead to tomorrow, a holiday season tradition returning to the UA Fort Smith campus. Holiday season, the annual toy toss is happening tomorrow night at 6:30 during the games at Stubblefield Center. Fans are encouraged to bring soft toys to then toss onto the court. All the toys collected during the game tomorrow will be distributed locally.